catch me howling at the moon. Trying to catch me howling at the moon. Trying to catch me howling at the moon. Trying to catch me howling at the moon. When it rains, it pours. Water's up to my chin. Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men try to reach it. Many men have failed. But if you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell. And I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They said no to sleepless night. Will you find me? Hope you find me. I'll be back home soon. When the sun rises, when the sun we're trying to catch me out of the moon. Trying to catch me out of the moon.
Hello, everybody. Eric Worre here, and I do not go live on YouTube or Facebook very often, but today I decided to go live on YouTube and Facebook. And I wanted to talk to you about what I think is maybe the biggest challenge in my 36 years of network. I want to encourage you as we start, whether you're watching this live or replay, if you will hit the share button, if you subscribe and share, I'm going to give away 10 tickets to people on my personal Facebook page to GoPro coming up this December, the GoPro event. I'm going to be giving away 10 tickets to anybody who subscribes and shares, who watches this or subscribes and shares on my Facebook page, the business page, and also 10 free tickets for anybody who watches and subscribes and shares on my YouTube channel. Okay? I've already done this on Instagram, so if you've seen me on Instagram, you've already seen it. So all you've got to do is subscribe and share, and you're going to get a chance for a drawing for a free ticket for a GoPro event, which is $300 ticket, biggest event in network marketing. But listen, that's not why we're here. Why we're here is to talk about the biggest challenge in network marketing. There's a lot of distractions going on, global distractions that are happening around the network marketing community, a lot of limiting beliefs that are happening around the network marketing community. And let me just describe some of them. One of them is, you might have heard about this. There's a program rolling around called MRR programs. These are master reseller rights programs. It's somebody who says, hey, I've got this course and it's $500 and I will sell you this course. And when I sell you this course, I will also give you the master reseller rights to this course that you can sell to as many people as you want, and you keep the money. So what it's done, and it just kind of bounces around, it comes back in different forms, but it distracts people from their core business. They like, oh, I can make some money here. It's really just an excuse to launder money amongst people. It's a money game. It's not a real business at all. The products are almost always useless. So master reseller rights is a distraction that comes and goes in different countries. If you have to deal with it, just understand it's noise. And if it becomes a big distraction in your business, there's a bigger reason why it's a distraction. And we're going to talk about that big reason while I have this conversation with you. Second big distraction that's happening around the network marketing world are affiliate programs. Now, there's nothing wrong with a company offering ways for people to share products without being involved in the business opportunity. Where the problem shows up, where the distraction shows up, is when a company starts allowing people to sell anything to anyone at any time. And it becomes this free for all of everybody selling stuff to each other in versus people coming together as representatives of a company and their product line and being an ambassador for that product or that product line. So affiliate programs have a lot of unintended consequences. And I've talked with a lot of big companies about those unintended consequences. And I would just encourage you to be very careful. Third big distraction that's happening is lower level companies, I would say under $300 million companies that are just company to company poaching and fighting. There's just lots of poaching, lots of fighting, lots of, people trying to buy distributors, distracting distributors from different organizations. That's become an issue. And if any of these have become an issue for you, put a one in the chat. If any of these have become an issue for you or a distraction for you as you grow your business. A fourth distraction globally is regulatory scrutiny. And most of that's our fault. When I say ours, distributors' fault, overstating what the products do, overstating what the opportunity could possibly do, leaving a net impression that is not in line with what a person could expect to achieve. And because of that, regulators get upset. And FTC and United States kind of leading the charge, but don't think because you're in a different country that they're not going to expand those consumer protections to your country. They will. So regulatory scrutiny can be a distraction. And I would also say bad press. And where does bad press come from? It comes from a couple different places. It comes, number one, from you, distributors. I'm not saying you exactly, but distributors overstating the product or the opportunity. So the press just says, well, these guys are lying. Or two, it comes from your competitors. Somebody's jealous of you. So because they're jealous of you, they say, "Hey, let's send a negative article to the newspaper. Let's call a regulator. Let's create some bad press for our competitor to slow them down." You say, "Gosh, that wouldn't happen in network marketing, would it?" Well, it does. Happens from time to time. So these are just some of the distractions. Put in the comments, what are some of the distractions that you're dealing with? Is it the economy? Is it the election? Is it what is it that you're dealing with when it comes to growing your business? What is the reason why you're not growing faster? Because I'm going to tell you what I think the biggest reason is, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to fix it together. Okay? If you're interested in fixing it together, I'm interested in helping. The biggest challenge in network marketing in my 36 years is what I call the great conversation drought of 2024. The great conversation drought of 2024. We are more connected today than we've ever been, and we're having less conversations, meaningful relationships with people than we've ever had in network marketing history. People are posting and ghosting. People are signing people up and never talking to them. People are enrolling customers and never engaging with them, making sure that they use the products. People are not building relationships. And if you think about relationships as far as hierarchy, at the bottom would be some sort of post. You post on social media. That would be the bottom. Second highest, you go live on social media like I'm doing now, right? Third highest would be an SMS, text message, direct message, utilizing the internet, right? Next highest would be verbal, talking to somebody, talking on the phone, talking online to another human being, and having a conversation that would build a bigger relationship, right? Next highest would be visual, FaceTime, YouTube, whatever platform you want to use for face-to-face interaction is going to be the next highest. And then what is the highest? Person to person, face to face. That's the highest. If you want to build real relationship, face to face relationships, face to face interactions change relationships. They change the depth of that relationship. It changes the length of that relationship. It changes the meaning of that relationship. So most people are living down on the bottom. They're hardly doing anything up here. And I'm talking about even people on your teams. Most people on your teams, you're just sending messages down here. You're posting stuff versus face to face or face to face whenever you possibly can. So there has never been there's never been a time in history when there have been less real conversations. Idris says, my challenge is duplication. I will tell you why you have a challenge, Idris. There's never been a time in 36 years when there's been less conversations happening, meaningful conversations with other people than today, than 2024. I think it's a combination of technology. We've been seduced into thinking technology is going to replace relationships. It's not. It'll help us expand our reach, but it's not going to help us expand our depth of relationships. One of the most important words you need to understand if you're going to build a business inside of network marketing is the word network. The quality of your network is so important. And you cannot build a high quality network without personal interaction. So that's one thing that's created a problem. The other thing that's created a problem is we're still dealing with the remnants of the pandemic. The pandemic caused us all to push buttons and make money. And now we're on the other side of that pandemic. We're still pushing buttons and we're not making the same money. And it's only the smart, strong top leaders that are realizing that in order to really grow a team and build a strong network, you need to build a strong relationship with the people in that network. I'm talking about with prospects, with friends, with customers, with distributors on your team, with leaders. Some people have said, I want to build a team I never need to talk to. Well, if that's your goal, you're going to have a temporary disposable team. If you want a permanent long-term team, then you're going to need to build a face-to-face, real, meaningful relationship with other human beings. So I would say right now, I've never seen anything like it. I've been around for 36 years. I've coached millions of people. I've helped over 1,000 people earn over $1 million a year in network marketing, okay? Over the course of these 36 years. Today, we are living in an emergency conversation status. Our status right now is emergency level. Red lights need to be flashing. Sirens need to be blaring. You need to be concerned about the number of conversations that are happening within your organization and the level of quality of those conversations. Now, I'm not just going to give you a problem and leave you there. I'm going to give you a problem and I'm going to show you and I'm going to work with you to help you get past that problem. If you joined late, if you're watching, you joined after I started, I'm giving away 10 tickets on each platform: Facebook, personal, Facebook, business, and on YouTube. If you subscribe and share this video with your world, we're going to just do a drawing. I'm going to give 10 tickets to GoPro. They're each $300 a ticket. I'm going to give away 10 tickets on each platform. We're just going to pick them at random. Okay. So if you do that, you're going to give yourself a very, very good chance, because I don't go live on these platforms very often. So this is emergency conversation status, and I want you to write something in your notes. If you are a note taker, if you're somebody who is serious about building a network marketing business, all business is conversation. All business is conversation. All business is conversation. If you're in conversation, you're in business. If you're out of conversation, guess what? You might as well not even have a business. Those who are growing have a lot of conversations going on with them and the people on their team. Those who are not growing are posting and hoping, or they're doing very low status things, or they've got funnels and ads or whatever that are bringing people in, but they're not building strong relationship. I'm just going to ask you to be different. So I have a goal. My goal is very simple. I want you and everyone on your team to be in at least 100 conversations at any moment in time. 100 conversations. And Charmaine says emergence level, LOL. It is. It is. If it doesn't change, guess what? Your check's going down. So is your company. If the conversations, guess what happens? If the conversations don't increase, and I mean like right now, you're going to age out. There's going to be less and less people in your organization trying to do more and more work. People are going to get older and older and tireder and tireder. If you have more deaths in your team than you have births, you are going to have a population collapse within your organization. Some of you are experiencing it already. Put a 7 in the chat if you've experienced any form of population collapse in the last 3 years. Be honest. Be honest. Any form of population collapse. I'm here to tell you the canary in the coal mine is this. The way you know you have population collapse, the way you know is because there's not enough conversations happening within your organization in order to be able to give birth to more people. Look at the 7s in the chat and you'll see that I'm telling the truth. You have to have the conversations in order to be able to bring in more people. And in order to bring in more people, then you need to build meaningful relationships. So I want you to just understand this. When there's 100 conversations happening on your team, with you and everybody on your team, at all times, when that happens, everything gets easy. And when that stops happening, until that happens, everything stays hard. So I just have a question for you. Do you want it to be easy or hard? Do you want your network marketing business to be fun, exciting, growing, or do you want it to be declining? When 100 conversations is happening between you and your team, everything gets easier. Until 100 conversations happen, everything stays hard. So I want you to imagine within your organization, what would happen if you had 100 conversations going right now with 100 different people that had the ability to become a customer or a distributor. What would happen? Even if they're terrible conversations, even if you were no good at it at all, you didn't know what to say, you were just in conversation, what would happen? Do you think it's safe that 1 out of 10 might become a distributor on average? Maybe 2 or 3 out of 10 might become a customer on average. Do you think that that's likely to happen? Some of you are talking to 5 or 6 people, 3 of them are ghosting you, and it's making you feel terrible about yourself. I would much rather that you talk to 100 and have 20 or 30 ghost you and you don't even notice because you're so busy talking to 70 or 80 people that the 20 or 30 that ghost you don't even matter. So I want to do something with you. I just don't want to tell you what the problem is and leave you there. I want to do something with you. And I want you to forget about how you're going to do this. I just want you to understand why 100 conversations would be a good idea for you and everybody in your team. Okay? I'll do it with you. I'm expert level. I can help you. We're going to hold a 100 conversations challenge live over the course of 3 days, 1 hour each day. August 21st, 22nd, and 23rd for 1 hour each day. And I will promise you this, so long as you are willing, you are coachable, and you are hungry, I'm not just going to teach you how to start 100 conversations. You will have started them. It'll be done in 72 hours. And this challenge is 100% free. Okay? There's no charge for you being involved in this 100 conversations challenge. I'll give you a link in just a moment, and they're going to post in each of the platforms. They'll pin to the top what the link is that you can use in order to be able to register for this challenge. But it's 2 weeks from today, today being the 7th when I'm recording this or when I'm going live with this. 2 weeks from today, on the 21st, we're going to start at 11 a.m. Pacific time. We're going to go for 1 hour. I'm going to teach you why 100 conversations can transform your business, where to find the right prospects, and how to start the conversation the easy way. How to do it, how to be normal. Day 2, we're just going to do it. We're just going to put our head down and do it. Don't worry about distractions. Don't worry about problems. Don't worry about people's objections. Don't worry about your skills. Don't worry about your fears. Don't worry about your doubts. Just turn your brain off and just follow instructions. And we're going to do it together. Okay? Step by step by step. We'll do it together until you have your 100 conversations started. And in day 3, I'm going to teach you how to keep the conversation going, how to continue to build rapport, how to develop long-lasting relationships with these prospects, even if they don't join your business, even if they don't join your company, how to build strong relationships because your network is everything. Okay? So this is free for you to be a part of. It's 3 days. And let me give you a link. Throw up that slide that here's the link. GoProConvo.com. If you just go to GoProConvo.com, you can sign up for free. You have to sign up. There's no way you're going to be able to watch this without signing up. Okay? You have to sign up. So I have 5 assignments for you. And I would like you to write them down. And I would like you to even maybe put them into the chat. Assignment number 1 is I want you to accept this challenge and register. Put a number 1 in the chat if you accept the challenge that you're going to join me on the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 1 hour a day, and we're going to do 100 conversations together. Put a 1 in the chat. I know I got a delay, so I'm going to wait for a second. Put a 1 in the chat if you're going to do that. Number 2, I want you to tell every single person in your company, on your team, cross line, up line, down line, any friend you have in network marketing. Say, let's do this challenge together. Let's do this together. And as soon as they get registered, tell them to take a screenshot of their registration and send it to you. Don't assume anything. Don't assume that they're going to do this. Assume that they're not going to. Make them send you a screenshot. Okay? So you're going to get everybody on your team to do it. Put how many people you have on your team into the chat. How many people do you have on your team? I'm going to wait just a second because there's a delay, like a 20-second delay. Put how many people you have on your team. See how long this delay is. I think it's 15, 20 seconds. 7,500. Randy Kraus has 7,500. So 7,500 times 100, that's 750,000 conversations, Randy. If you have the leadership capacity to convince those 7,500 people to sign up for a free challenge. If you do, that's 750,000 conversations. What's going to happen to your business? Dana Campbell has 0. Guess what, Dana? It's you and me, sister. You and me. We're going to do it together. You're going to finish this thing with 100 conversations. Daniel has 1 person. That means Daniel, you, me, and that 1 person, you'll have 200 conversations at least done. Jackie Winterton has 28. That's 2,800 conversations. Jolie has 5. That's 500 conversations. Jennifer has 1,000. That's 100,000 conversations. Palmetto Money has 2 to 4 people. Fine, you're going to have 200 to 400 conversations. Lionel says 30 conversations. 30 people times 100, that's what? 3,000? 3,000 conversations. What's going to happen to your team? If you have 0, it's you and me. We'll go to work. Don't feel bad because you have 0. Every single huge network marketer had 0 at some point. Just decide this is where we're going to start. Jesse Chan has 11. Guess what? It's 1,100 conversations we're going to start. If you can convince those people to register for this challenge for free. GoProConvo.com. Okay, everybody's got to start somewhere. Missouri, Ellie has 1,000. That's 100,000 conversations. What's going to happen if 1 out of 10 join and 3 out of 10 become a customer? When you do 100,000, what's going to happen? Big things, huge things, gargantuan things. So, challenge number 1, you're going to be part of it. Challenge number 2, everybody in your team, you got it. I need the best you have in you, the best leadership skills you have in you to convince people. Everybody that's part of your team joined for a reason. Maybe they didn't get the success that they wanted. Maybe this will be the thing that'll help them do it. I will be there every step of the way, helping them to make it happen. Okay? Number 3, radical recognition. I want you to recognize every single person on your team that registers for this challenge. Every single person. Recognize them on social. Put 100 Convo Challenge as a hashtag underneath their picture. Congratulate them on their commitment to their success. Go crazy on the recognition. So that's number 3. Number 4, make sure that they show up. Make sure that they show up. It's one thing to register, it's the other thing to be there for those 3 days. And number 5 is front load your activity. We have 14 days until we do this challenge. 14 days. The more people you sign up today, the more chances you're going to have to sign up more people by the 14 days. If you wait till the last second, you're going to decrease your chances dramatically. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, accept the challenge yourself. 2, get everybody on your team, everybody you care about into the challenge. 3, recognize them like crazy. 4, make sure that they show up, right? And 5, what was 5 again? Okay, I go through so many different numbers. Front load. Thank you. Front load your activity. Front load your activity. Right? Make sure more people get signed up today. So throw that slide up again. GoProConvo.com. Mark those 3 dates in your calendar. GoProConvo.com. Get yourself registered. It's free. Let me help you. Load it up. Normally, I charge a lot of money for my time. I'm going to give you my time for those 3 days for free for you and everybody in your team. And I just want you to imagine everybody on your team finishes those 3 days with 100 conversations. Will those other distractions even be visible anymore? If you get everybody into 100 conversations, no, they're not going to be visible. They'll be focused, they'll be excited, and they'll set themselves up to close this year strong, okay? So GoProConvo.com, GoProConvo.com. Get yourself registered. Make sure your team does the same thing. Recognize like crazy, right? Front load this whole thing. Go nuts. Make sure everybody shows up. Okay? That's the challenge for today. It's the biggest problem in network marketing is the lack of quality conversations. We're going to teach you, and you don't need to worry about how. Again, let go of how. I will show you how. We'll do it together. You don't need to have any skills. You don't need to have any courage. All you have to do is be willing, coachable, and hungry. And I will help you do this. So if you subscribe and if you share this with other people, then you will have a chance at 10 free tickets to the GoPro event coming up in December, which is a $300 ticket. So I'm giving away what? $9,000 worth of tickets just for you attending today. You got very good chances because I rarely go live on YouTube and on Facebook. So subscribe and share and do the rest. And I'll see you in the challenge. Okay. Get yourself registered. Can't wait to see you there. Everybody have a spectacular day. Mwah! See you later.